Vamos a repasar mandatos or commands. Remember how we talked about there's three moods in Spanish. We have the indicative, we have the subjunctive, and we have el imperativo or los mandatos commands. Commands are used to give orders or advice. Commands are used constantly in Spanish. Eat your food, work hard are examples. You know how to form the commands. The usted, ustedes, negative to, and the nosotros commands are formed the exact same way as their subjunctive conjugation. And cargar and zar also still apply. Other examples of commands are do your homework, turn in your homework, call me later on, text me. Those are all commands when you're talking directly to someone and you're telling someone something rather than a statement about someone. So here's an example. Hacer is to do or to make. How would we make that a command? Okay, haga usted la tarea. With commands, the actual subject would go afterwards. So if you wanted to put usted in there, you could. So it's do the homework. Or hagan ustedes la tarea. Do you really need the usted or ustedes in there? No, you don't. So they both mean do the homework. No hagas tu la tarea. Don't do the homework. Again, you don't have to have the two there, you do. Do you have to have the exclamation points when you're saying a command? No. That's just for emphasis. And then if you have an exclamation point at the end, you also have to have an upside down one at the beginning. Hagamos nosotros la tarea. Now this is something new for you. You haven't learned this yet. And it's basically saying, let's do the homework. So let's do our homework. Let's go to the movies. When you're trying to say let's, you would use a nosotros command, which is formed the exact same way as the nosotros form in the subjunctive. So nosotros command, since they're new, nosotros commands translates to let's in English. Another way of saying let's, and it's not a command, is vamos a, plus the infinitive, which you're very familiar with. Vamos a ir de compras. An example, vamos a comer, let's eat. Or you could say, comamos, same exact thing. But a lot of times we overuse vamos a, vamos a. To say let's go, you would say vamos and not vayamos. It's just a rule. You wouldn't conjugate it in the subjunctive. It's just vamos. But if you want to say let's not go, you could say no vamos or no vayamos. It's just in the positive. You cannot use the subjunctive form of the command form. We just say vamos. That's really one of the only irregulars within the nosotros command. Now remember the rules for the stem changer in the nosotros form. They still apply in the commands. So the stem changers, as a review, er, there's no change in the nosotros form. It's just like in the boot with the subjunctive. Outside of the boot, no change for er. But, well, here's an example. Jugar, juguemos. And we also have the cargar and zar, which means let's play, Juguemos al basketball. Okay, let's play basketball. In the IR, in the nosotros form, the E changes to an I and the O changes to a U. Repetir. Repitamos. Por ejemplo, let's repeat. Dormir. Dormamos. Let's sleep. Let's sleep. I'm tired. I have to get up early tomorrow. Let's repeat. Let's repeat the question, or the answer. Los irregulares. The irregulars are the same as in the subjunctive. That's why we're doing this after the subjunctive. So the irregulars are the same as well. De este, vaya, aya, sea, sepa, cha, cha, cha. And so you have the de and usted. Ustedes is den. Nosotros is demos. The two negative is des. Okay, I'm just giving you the usted forms right here. It's more of us practicing how to use commands. In the subjunctive, a lot of them more informal commands. It's necessary that you eat healthy. With the commands, you can say, eat healthy every day. It's important. So you can say, es necesario que comas saludable todos los días, ¿no? Or you can say, coma saludable todos los días. Instead of saying, it's necessary that you eat healthy every day. Eat healthy every day. Positive two commands. This is the only difference. Positive two commands. Do you remember how to form the positive two? It's very easy. It's the third person singular of the indicative. So it's the él, ella, usted form. So hablar is habla. You don't change anything. You don't put the opposite ending on it. That's the negative two. Negative two would be no hables. Positive two, habla. Okay? Escuchar, escucha. Which would be listen, speak. Comer, come, come la comida. Eat the food. When I say don't eat the food, no comas la comida. And then we have the irregulars for the positive too. Since it's a different form, it's formed differently, it has different irregulars. Ten, ben, sao, pon, di, as, ve, se. Some of you might have learned the song that we're going to sing in class tomorrow. It goes like this. It's ten, ben, sao, pon, di, ten, ben, sao, pon, di, ten, ben, sao, pon, di, y, as, ve, se, accento. Sing along if you want. One more time. Ten, then, sao, pon, di, ten, then, sao, pon, di, ten, then, sao, pon, di, y, as, ve, se, accento. Some other teachers teach another way, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get this right. You guys don't have to help me in class. It's ven, di, sal, as, ten, ve, pon, se. It's just another way of remembering the irregulars. However works for you is great, but these are the irregulars for the two positive. Two negative, usted, ustedes, and nosotros. Again, de este, vaya, haya, sea, sepa. So, vamos a practicar ahora. So, en un papel deben conjugar los verbos que tengo aquí. So, deben parar este video ahora. Y cuando terminen, voy a poner las respuestas. Ok. Ahora que han regresado, voy a darles las respuestas. Dar la forma ustedes, ten. Okay. So you could say, give me the food. Okay. Denme la comida. We're going to talk about pronouns in the next video. Educar might not be a verb, you know. Okay. Eduquemos. Educar is to educate. So this is like, let's get educated. Okay. Empezar. Empieza. El, ella, usted form in the third person. Doesn't change the endings. No caer, no caigas. Don't fall. Escoja. Okay, don't forget, this is a GER, so the G changes to a J because to form these, we put them in the yo form of the indicative, and then we change it to the opposite ending. Ustedes escoja, ustedes escojan, nosotros escojamos. Negative two, no escojas. Dormir, dormamos. How'd you do with that one? That one's a stem changer. IR stem changer. Outside of the boot, O changes to a U. Trae. It's the L, ella, usted form. Parecer. Usted form. Parezca. Ir. In the nosotros form. Vamos. Remember ir in the nosotros form? We do not change it to vayamos. It was in the negative. We could change it. We could say no vayamos. Venir, ven. No salir, no salgas. So with these, all of them are conjugated the same way, except for the two positive. The two positive are in the el, ella, usted form of the indicative. And they have their own irregulars, ten, ven, sal, pon, di. The rest of them are all the subjunctive formations. You put it in the yo form, you check for cargar and zar, you put the, and you put the opposite endings on it. Okay? So write down any questions that you have, and I will answer them tomorrow in class in practice, okay? Que tengan una buena noche y nos vemos mañana.